तेरी उंगली पकड़ के चला ममता के आंचल में पला. Now you guys might be thinking, what's wrong with this guy? We all have heard a lot of these quotes, short videos, movies, all these people becoming real volume about mom's love, the motherhood, the pain that a human female undergoes during the pregnancy and during the delivery, and even after that, while they raise the child. Now, should this be so glorified? Is this something unnatural that we're doing? Or is it only the human being who is carrying a child inside the womb for such a long time? We also have mothers who have killed their children in order to get some personal deals done, like running away with someone else. The whole topic that we are going to discuss today is about glorification. Hi all, welcome to another video. Let's crimble. Evolution has played a key role in the current pain that we or our females undergo right now during the pregnancy and the delivery. Now, once upon a time, we all used to walk on four legs, and then we have become bipedals. Now, when a living being becomes a bipedal from four, what happens is their hips, their pelvic muscles and bones become smaller, and that is the only way to stand up. And during that, at the same time, our brain had started developing and our skull has started becoming bigger. Now, because of all these, the delivery through that narrow path has become difficult. And hence, a human being or human child had to come out of the body when they were not fully developed, when the brain was not completely developed. Now, if you compare our children with that of a calf or a deer's baby, you would actually see that they can stand up, they can probably run away, they can eat right after when they are born. But human beings, babies, our children are a piece of flesh, at least almost around 2 years. They're completely dependent upon on their parents, right? Now, they also say that this was one of the reasons why or how the family has evolved. Now, if you think, when we glorify the motherhood through the movies and through these videos and other social medias, we are unknowingly defining motherhood. What should a mother be? How should a mother behave? And how a mother should not be? Now, that is the ultimate form of love, the divine love. That's what people say, right? Now, does that mean that people who cannot do those sacrifices, right? That's what we call, and other things like waking up throughout the night, not going for work, and a person who is not really into all these. Not everyone are the same. Are there bad mothers? If a parent is not able to take care of a child like in those movies, are those bad parents? No, there are asexual people also, right, who gets married because of the society's pressure. How about those people? When they have children, they might not have that kind of motherly feeling, right? What you see in movies and videos. Are these bad parents? No. We have this kind of a norm in a society that a woman's womanhood completes only when she gives birth. Is that how it is? I mean, I'm leaving these things for your thinking. You should think and decide on that. A woman should ideally be right from the birth. She would go to school, and then she would go to college. She would get married. She wouldn't have any desires to work, and she would want to give birth to a child right after the marriage, and she will take care of her in-laws. She will take care of the kids. Is that how a woman's life should be? Let's think. So the whole point is, the ma The so-called mark that the social media has created is a fake profile. Now let's think about the masculinity part. When you think about a handsome man, who would you really think about? Maybe Brad Pitt, Hrithik Roshan, right? So handsome, superb eyes, beautiful smile, neat teeth, very tall, fair, and overall a superb package. But when we actually do this, though he is handsome to some of those norms in some of those books, we actually are unknowingly setting up a benchmark. I mean, not everyone can be Hrithik Roshan. So we actually are ignoring all those people who unknowingly are telling the other person that you are not handsome or you are not worth to be a lover, a hero in any of those movies, who are the major part of our world. The majority of our common man is not Hrithik Roshan's. It's more of Nawazuddin Siddiqui's or Om Puri's. Would you like to see Nawazuddin Siddiqui doing Krish or Om Puri romancing a college girl? Think about that. I mean, it might be funny right now. I mean, I'm actually smiling just because of that. Think about Morgan Freeman doing a Vin Diesel role in Fast and Furious. Can you even imagine it? Who is better in acting in all these? Is it Hrithik Roshan or Nawazuddin Siddiqui? Is it Brad Pitt or Morgan Freeman? Now, we all have a choice of thinking, but in these heroes or heroines, you would actually see that we don't have a real way of thinking, a real way of deciding things, because there is a class of people who actually would have thought about all these and decides for us already. Right now, in most of these movies where Nawazuddin Siddiqui or Om Puri becomes as a hero, you know that in those movies you wouldn't have these romantic songs and you wouldn't have any of these Krish-like superhero thing happening. They would be more of a common man person. Now you might think that some of these industries, like Tamil movie industry, is actually free of these things because we have a couple of dark-skinned heroes out there. But how about the heroines? They are so worried about their heroine skins that they actually get ladies from elsewhere, from Hindi or from Telugu. So we cannot say that even Tamil movies are better in this regard. Love. Now, this is one of that topic that is all glorified so much that we don't even know what is love and what is fake anymore. Right? Now, we all have heard that there is one person who's born for you, born for me, somewhere, and they will find you no matter what. They will change your life. Soulmates. Do we really have these things happening in real life? I mean, I doubt. You might have seen also a term called as polyamory. If you do not know, please Google it. You will find what exactly that is. Now, when I'm saying all this, I'm not saying that there is no true love that exists. There is, or there could be, which we have to form, which doesn't exist in nature. You will have to actually sacrifice things to do that, to achieve a true love. Because man, or any animal for that matter, is not designed to have a single partner or a true love. Now, while I'm saying this, I'm not saying that these arranged marriages or love is bad or it is not real. There is. However, you have to also understand that these arranged marriages are there in the system to make sure that everyone is getting a partner. All those people who are otherwise unable or inefficient to attract a partner, who might not really want a partner, we would make sure that they all are getting a pair with the help of arranged marriage. With the boom of social media, we also have got this norm that it's a crime if you do not have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. If you are 20 and if you don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner, that means there is something terribly wrong with you. Do you believe so? Now, we also need to accept that it is okay to withdraw from a relationship quietly without anyone's notice than staying in a toxic relationship and being a burden and an issue for everyone else, knowingly or unknowingly. Now, as a society, that is something that we might need to understand or evolve to eventually. All these divorces, that should be a very normal thing. That is the one of the freedom that we need to understand. We have a lot of asexuals amongst us. Who is an asexual? It's a person who doesn't have much of interest in sex, and because of the same reason, they may not be able to attract someone from the opposite sex, or they may not be really interested as well. Now, there are other people because of their physical state, short, dark, or physically challenged. Some of these people who may not be interested or able to attract someone from the opposite sex. Uh, how about those people? And do you know what does A denotes in LGBTQIA? You might have seen those flags with multiple colors like WebGL. And then we have these terms like you should keep all these minorities together in our race. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, kind of terms that we have heard in the past as well. These LGBTQIA people or an atheist in a theistic society, are these minorities or majorities? And how do we take care of them? Now, what does the society want from us otherwise? When you were in school, they want you to be the best in academics. When you, all A plus, 100% marks. And right after that, in SSLC or plus 2, the moment you pass it, people wanted to know what is that you want to become. A doctor, an engineer, a lawyer. Doctor and engineer are the mainstreams. We don't like anyone else. Right after that, people will start questioning you. Are you married? Are you not planning to get married? Did you get a job? Once you're married, in the next 1 year, people will ask, you have kids? How many? How many kids can be born in a year? They don't even worry about that. Now, right after this, what about those people who got married or who went to school who doesn't want to have kids? Now, there will be someone like me or someone like you who doesn't want to have a kid also, right? How about those people? Are they not supposed to live here? How sure are you that a kid, a person of that sort, would make a good parent? Now, with all these force and society's structure, you actually get him married, and he has some issues with his partner. Anyone can have, and they don't want to be together. But will the society let them separate? Is divorce an easy thing in our society? No. Whether it should be an easy thing, I want you guys to think about it. Will these people, after getting married, having a kid, will they be able to make a good parent? And if they're not able to make a good parent, is that their fault always? Now, how about sex? And we always have portrayed that as one of the divine, most pure, holy act. Is that how it is? I mean, it is just like how you breathe, how you poop, just another normal activity that every human being does at a certain point of time, most of them at least. Now, is love and sex really connected? I don't think so. Now, if that was the case, we wouldn't have had so many brothels, whores, gigolos, and all these people around us. So, men had proved it already in the past, since females, we haven't given them much of a freedom from the beginning, that love and sex are not really associated with each other. Now, when you make sex a holy thing, right, that should happen only with the person, the decided person who was born for you somewhere, at a holy place, at a holy time. If you actually set up the society, you tell the people this is how it should be, think about if it was forced on someone, the kind of trauma that it can have on a person. Now, casual sex, if that was there, which is there in so many other countries, if it was there in practice, do you think that recovering from forced sex for a person who already was in practicing some casual sex would be so difficult? I'm just putting this thought in your brain. Think about it. And when we have these rapes happening, I mean, there are so many reasons and chances that it is happening and the implications of it. That's a whole different topic, and we will soon have a video on that also. But think about a person, especially a girl who undergoes this. I mean, we have people who have been raped, who I mean, from both the sexes, right? We have male and female victims to it. How difficult it is going to be a person who have always thought and imagined this to be the most beautiful thing. Can we still call ourselves living in 21st century when we have honor killings and people committing suicide because of rape or forced sex? I cannot. Now, there are a lot of these things that falls under a person's personal space, which doesn't matter to the external world, which should not matter you, right? So let's be more tolerant towards all these. Let's be more, or let's stop judging people about how they look or what they do in their personal space, in their personal life. Let's stop telling children how a boy should behave, how a girl should behave, what should they wear, how a girl should not sit, how a boy should not cry. Let them have their freedom. Let us enjoy our freedom. Let's make a more free, happier next generation for us. A world where a girl will not be shamed for liking blue. A boy will not be laughed upon for running away from a fight. Our ultimate aim is not to have a fight at all, right? And a world where no girl will commit suicide or no girl will be honor killed for having sex with someone who the society doesn't accept. Let's bring a free and happier world. Thank you so much for joining, and we will have a similar topic discussed in the next video. You will stay safe. Bye for now.